good, YouTube? It's your girl Stasia Nicole back at it again with another video. So today I'm back with the video that everyone's been asking me to do, and today that video is gonna be, as you can see in the title, how I found out I was pregnant. This story may be everywhere because I really can't remember how everything went down, but just bear with me, y'all. Stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry if I miss a couple of key points. Y'all won't even know if I do. But anyway, let's jump right into the video. It started in December. Of course, me and Dee went to Acapulco, my favorite restaurant, Mexican. I love Mexican food. And I was like eating. We had took it home and we're sitting there watching a movie or whatever, and I was trying to eat, and I was like, this is not hitting. And I was asking him, like, does it taste right? And I think he said yeah, but I was like, no, this ain't it. You feel me? Like, it didn't sit right with me. Like, it wasn't hitting like it usually does. So I just thought, at the time, I was just like, okay, maybe it's just my food. I just, you know, I usually get the same thing every time. Chimichanga, you know what I'm saying? Sour cream, all that. But this time it was just not good. Steak, nope, it wasn't good. So I'm like, okay. So that same night, I was laying there and I started feeling sick, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't feel good. I have a cold, you know, I don't know, I just don't feel good. So at the time, I remember, I don't know, I just didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, whatever, and went on about my day. And so a couple weeks later, Christmas came. Christmas time, I was feeling normal, you know, I ate stuff and everything was cool. But yeah, I don't think I felt weird on Christmas. I think on Christmas, you know what I'm saying, we was getting lit, you know what I'm saying, having fun. And yeah, that was Christmas, and I didn't think nothing of it. So anyway, fast forward a couple days, I think after Christmas, it was still winter break for school, so we didn't have no school, and I was at practice. And so this time I was at practice because we had 2 days. So usually I was over his house all the time, but I was at my dorms this time because we had 2 days. So me and my sis Lay, we were roommates at the time, and she was about to leave. I remember she was moving out of the dorms because she was never there. She was always with her boo, and I was never there either, but like, that was just where my stuff was, and I was like, you know, but she was moving her little boo. But so that was around that time that we had 2 days, and I remember I was just so tired at practice. I remember I was trying to work out, but I was just exhausted, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, like, geez. But keep in mind, after I ate that food, I had a cold, like, and I just felt sick, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Maybe my body's just fighting something. So that's probably why the food wasn't tasting right and everything. So I didn't think much of it. But a couple weeks later, I did I think it was like the last week or the last day of our 2 days before we started going back to school and stuff, and I was like, my period. My period. So my period was supposed to come, and I remember it was supposed to come, and I was like a day or two late. And I usually, you know what I'm saying, my periods are on time, but like previously, like for the past couple months before that, they were a little messed up and stuff like that. But like, I was keeping track, you know, of everything. So I'm like, you know, I'm a little nervous. But like, in my head, like I said, I had it scared before, I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't think nothing of it. So I was like, you know, in my head, it's crazy because I always say this, like, it be the times you don't think you're pregnant that you're pregnant, and then the times that you're flipping out like, oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant, you're not. I just knew I wasn't pregnant. So because I was sitting there and I missed, like I said, so I missed my period. I was like 2 days late, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I pregnant? There's no way. Maybe it's just off. So anyway, me and Lay, we get a pregnancy test. I'm telling her, like, girl, I'm scared, but I don't tell nobody. I don't even tell Dee at the time that I'm about to take a test, because I'm like, no, I'm tripping. I'm not pregnant. So I kid you not, y'all, we got the test. We went into the room after practice, and I was sitting there, and I was like, okay, I'm about to go take it. I go to the bathroom before I pee on the stick or whatever. I wipe. Or no, I peed on the stick and I wipe, and I have a little tiny bit of blood. And it's the first time I had ever had spotting. And I was like, oh my God, my heart dropped. And I was like, no way. My period must be coming. Like, this might be a sign, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes a minute. Your period comes, it starts like light and then it gets heavier, or it starts dark and it gets heavier. But usually it's dark, so I was kind of like a little like, oh shoot. But it was light, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's just, you know, switching up this month. So I, you know, the bathrooms at my dorms, like I said, I stayed in the dorm at the time. So the dorms, it was like a community bathroom we shared with different girls. So I come back in my dorm, you know, we shut the door, and I'm sitting there, and I remember sitting at my desk, and Layla's sitting there because she's like, all her stuff's packed up, she's about to leave. And so I'm like, oh my God, girl. So this is right before I was about to go to D's house. I was supposed to be already over there, and he was, you know what I'm saying, like, what are you doing? I was sitting there, and I looked at the test. You know, you have to wait a couple minutes. And I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, it's negative. Because at first it was like, it looked negative, y'all. It looked negative. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Then next thing you know, I look at it, and I'm like holding it, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure. I'm like, am I tripping? Because why am I? And then I start thinking, it started all clicking. Like, I've been tired. I've been having the cold symptoms. And like, I remember that day, Acapulco, I'll never forget, because that's my favorite food. I ain't never felt sick, y'all. I ain't never got sick off that. That was my food. That's my favorite. But it makes sense now. But at the time, I just started putting two and two together. And I look at the thing, y'all. When I tell y'all, I did not expect to be pregnant. I promise you. Like, that was the least. Like, I did not think, I don't know. Like, I don't know why. Like, but I just knew I wasn't pregnant. I'm like, it can't be me. I can't be me. And so I didn't know how I was going to tell people. That's all I could think about. But so I look at it again. I'm like, girl, do you, Layla, look. I said, Lay, look. Hand it to her. Girl, am I tripping? She said, girl. She held it up in the light. She was like, that's 2 lines, but it's faint. And I'm like, you lying. That's all I can say. Like, you lying, bro. I don't see it. Like, I really couldn't tell. Like, I think I see it a little, but maybe it's just like I messed it up, because you know sometimes it can be messed up, the test. I'm like, ain't no way, because it's not dark. No. So you know what I'm saying, I'm in denial at this point. And so she's like, call your best friend, because Alyssa, you know, she already went through this. She has a baby, so she knows. So I called my bestie, and I was like, girl, look. And she was like, girl, you're pregnant. She's like, Bess, you're pregnant. And I'm like, no, you know, I'm still in denial. I'm like, no. She's like, girl, call D, let him know, whatever. I don't want to tell him over the phone. I'd rather tell him in person, because I'm nervous. So anyway, I end up, I didn't believe it at the time. I was in denial still, because it was faint. And it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a heavy line. Like, I'm gonna try to find a picture, and if I can, I will insert it. But it was very faint, y'all. Like, I could barely see it. It looked like it was like a false positive, because it looked like it was diluted. Like, the line or something was like diluted. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't look like it was for real. Like, that's all I knew. So I remember I took the test over there, because I told him, I was like, I gotta tell you something. And he was like, what is it? I'm like, I'm gonna tell you when I get there, whatever. Blah blah blah. So I get over there. He was mad. He thought something else. He was thinking, like, at first he thought it was, because he asked me, he's like, are you pregnant? And I said, no. I'm like, no, but I'm gonna tell you when I get there. And he thought it was something else. So he was tripping, like, wouldn't even let me in the house, because he thought I had to tell him something. I don't know what he thought. We're not gonna get into that. But still in denial. So I told him, like, I was like, okay, and I handed him the test, and I'm like, there's a faint line. And I'm like, but I don't think I'm pregnant for real. And he was like, bro, you're pregnant. I already know, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, it was just crazy. And like, I'm still in denial. Everyone else is telling me, yeah, you're pregnant. And I'm telling them, like, no, I'm not. Because I start looking up stuff. So we end up, you know what I'm saying? We talk, you know, we have our talk and everything. And then I remember I was laying there, and I was looking up like the test that I took, because it was like a cheaper test. And I looked it up, and I seen reviews of people saying that the test was like, sometimes it showed up false positive, and it was like a faint. So I'm like, see, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like, there's no way I'm pregnant. Like, for real, I knew I wasn't. So fast forward the next day, I remember me and her go get a test to get me a lay. I go to the dollar store this time. Still get another cheap test, but I get 2. So go back to the dorms again when I get home, take them 2, and guess what? They're both faint positive. At this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. When I tell y'all, I was just so nervous, because I honestly, like, I mean, I know what happens when you have sex. We both do. We know what happens when you have unprotected sex. We know what happens. Like, and it was just like, I was so in denial. Why now? Like, there's no way. And of course, I was just being dumb because I was just like, no, 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 no. And I was just so scared, y'all. I was nervous. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have basketball. We have a game coming up. Like, what the? How am I going to play? Like, it was crazy. So I remember, I ended up having a doctor's appointment. And I remember I tell my coach, I talked to my teammates at the time. She had a child, and I ended up talking to her. I'm like, hey girl, so I just found out I was pregnant. I don't think I'm that far along, but you know, like, what should I do? Do I tell coach or whatever? And she was like, yeah, I talked to him, you know, he's very understanding, whatever. So I ended up going to talk to my coach after practice one day. And I just wanted to tell him, because like, I was like, that's why I've been feeling so tired, because you know, I didn't want him to think I was not trying to, you know what I'm saying, like I was just being lazy at practice and stuff, but I actually like was feeling sick and stuff. And I was telling him, like, yeah, no, I don't feel good. And I told him, you know, I just found out I was pregnant, and I started crying, y'all. I broke down crying. He was just like, you know, it's gonna be okay. You know, he was very supportive, but he had to tell, he told me it was like a school rule, because like I go to a Christian school, so it's a lot, but they were very supportive. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like they were like gonna kick me out the school, and I'm like, well, I guess maybe it's not meant for me to be here. But no, everything worked out for my good. God is good. But anyway, at the time, like I said, I told him, and he was like very supportive, but he had to tell he told our, what's it called, trainer, I think she's a trainer, get Courtney, our trainer. And so I couldn't play until I was cleared by a doctor, because I said, can I still play? Like, I still want to play. Like, I don't feel like, you know, too like capable. I wasn't big at the time or nothing like that. So, and keep in mind, I was losing weight, y'all. I was losing weight. So I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. I was losing weight. I was, you know what I'm saying, I was down like 20 pounds. Like, everyone was telling me, like, your stomach is like going down, you feel me? Like, I was losing weight. But it's probably because I was so sick. I was throwing up and stuff, but I just didn't think, I don't know. Well, I didn't start throwing up till a couple weeks later. But anyway, so I had to get a doctor's note, and I ended up having to wait till I went to the doctor's in order to play. And I remember the day I told my coach, or the day that they said I couldn't play, I remember I had to get cleared to play that game, and I was running late. And my doctor ended up calling me and sending a note saying that I am able to play. And so the game was about to start, and I had to hurry up and run to the gym and get my clothes on, and I got to play that game and stuff like that. But I was playing scary. And then my stepmom came to watch me that game and everything. My dad possibly, I think he came, but I was playing scary, I'm not gonna lie, because I was just like, dang, I'm scared. You know, everyone's like, oh my God, you gotta be careful. And so yeah, we ended up having to schedule an appointment with Shared Pregnancy, which is like a place where you can get a free ultrasound, just, you know, to confirm your pregnancy and everything. And so we went, and when I went at first, I believe I was like 6 weeks, and they didn't hear, at the time, it wasn't the they only could see the sac. They couldn't see like the baby or the heartbeat yet or whatever. And so then I had to come back another 2 weeks, and I had to drink more water. They told me to drink more water, so I did. And then we seen the baby, and heard her heartbeat. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we heard the heartbeat. And you know, they gave us a blanket and everything, and it was definitely, I think it hit both of us, like, dang, like when we heard the heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? I know for him it's different, the guys are different, and I know for him, like, it was like, a dang, like, this is real, you know. And then we got ultrasound pictures and everything, and you know, he wanted to keep one. And it's funny because we always be arguing about the ultrasound pictures, like, I'm gonna keep one, no, I want them. So it's funny at the time, you know, like how everything just turned out. But that's pretty much how I found out. I'm not gonna get too much into detail because that's for another video, you feel me? I can split it up, but I'm not gonna do too much talking. That's how I found out I was pregnant. And if y'all want to know, or if y'all have any more questions, or you want me to do another video on a different topic, then comment below, let me know, and I will do that for y'all. So let me tell y'all a couple signs though that I had. Like I told you guys, there was, for one, now the funny part about that whole Acapulco situation, the first sign I had noticed that I didn't even think I was pregnant at the time, wasn't even thinking about, was Acapulco or Acapulco, whatever. I'm probably saying it wrong. And two, don't comment saying I'm saying it wrong, please, because that's just how I say it, okay? Acapulco or whatever. Like I said, at the time, I didn't know, but now, like, looking back, I don't eat that stuff no more. I can't eat it. Like, I love it, like, that's my favorite, but like, maybe now in my third trimester I'm able to keep stuff down. Like, I really don't be sick. Sometimes I'll be nauseous in the mornings here and there, but when I was in the first and second trimester, when I tell y'all I was sick every single day, every day, I was in the house. We were cooped up in the house all the time. Like, that was a mistake I made, because I was so sick, and I feel like if I would have just got out and got some air, it would have been better. But we were literally up in the house cooped up, so it was just all, it was a bad experience in the beginning. But as far as like my sickness and stuff, but it got better. And like, then like the whole cold symptom, like I had like a cold, and then I was really tired, and I just felt like basketball. I was just like drained. I'm like, geez. And then of course the biggest one was a missed period, and that little spotting that I had. I was nervous, y'all. And then it was faint, and then I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping. It was faint, and I thought the test was like broken, because like I said, that exact test, when I looked it up, I seen the comments and they said they had a false positive too with that, and they were never pregnant. So I'm like, okay, let me just take another one, you know what I'm saying, because I done told you, you know what I'm saying, him I was pregnant and everything, so maybe I'm tripping, like, let me just clarify or whatever. And so I ended up taking them, and they were surely positive. And then I ended up taking another one like a couple weeks later, and it said pregnant. And then here we are about to have our baby girl. I'm excited. Like, it's been a journey. I'm excited. Like, now in the beginning, like, it was a lot going on within myself, and this whole journey has been, it's been beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a lot between, you know what I'm saying, personal stuff, but at the end of the day, God is working, and I know God's gonna work in both of our lives and in Sovereign's life, and I just can't wait to see how our story turns out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about, like, it hurt, like what I went through. I'm not gonna talk about it, but how I found out at the time and how I was feeling, I felt like my world was over. I felt like everything was just done. I was like, dang, I'm done. I didn't know what I was gonna do at the time. I was like, my life is over, I'm through, I'm done. But look at me now. I'm in my apartment, and I am making money. I am saving up for my daughter. I'm still going to school, and I'm getting close with the Lord, and I'm finding myself. Most importantly, like, this has helped me to open my eyes and look at myself in the mirror, be Miss Independent, as far as like being by myself, being able to not be so attached to somebody. And that's the hardest thing to go through in a pregnancy. But like, I thank God that he's allowing me to have my beautiful daughter, that she's healthy. I don't got no complications, y'all. Sometimes though, like, I'll be like, dang, like, I know people that have heart, like, that have high blood pressure or whatever and stuff, like complications in their pregnancy, where they get to see their baby every week or every time they go. They don't give me ultrasound. I haven't had an ultrasound since I was 18 weeks pregnant. And so I'm so mad because I don't have none of the pictures, because he has all of them. And I feel like I'm just upset, because it's like, okay, I want more pictures. I want to see what my baby girl looks like. But I went to the hospital Sunday. Everything is fine, but I ended up getting to see her. I did get to see her, so I was excited about that. And they said she had big lips, so I can't wait to see what she looked like. And I do want to do a 3D photo shoot, or a 3D ultrasound. Anyway, I don't know, I might do it, but then again, I might just wait, because I got a month left. I'm looking at a month, like, it's only a month. It's only 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6, 7. Whenever she comes, she's welcomed. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. That's how I found out I was pregnant, y'all. Woo! I'm sorry if I skipped around a lot. I'm sorry if you guys couldn't keep up with me, because I do talk a lot. I do talk fast. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned, and let me know what y'all want to see next. God bless y'all, and we'll see y'all later.